all the potentials out of you. Okay, and to our guys too, please, no pampering of ladies here. Okay, work is work, as the CEO has said. All right, so yeah, a very, very amazing time. Today we're going to be taking SEO. I know that the CEO has done a great job, starting the course with the foundations of content writing. Please, if you have enjoyed the CEO's course up until now, please just put it there. Thank you, CEO. Just put it there. Thank you, CEO. Yes, because I believe that most of us have learned a lot, from introduction to content writing, down to crafting, engaging, effective headlines, introductions, and even like down to the content formats and the everyday uses of this content, including editing and proofreading, the kind of platforms for content publishing. So I know that the CEO has taken us on most of these things already. And I will be taking it further today with search engine optimization. Someone said she this thing is pampering. Oh my God. Don't worry. There's a very, very good balance. So I think that one of the things I'm going to be sharing, this is a very, very systematic, structured course. As you mentioned rightly, I'm very good with structured courses. It's always good when we start the lesson and we know, okay, this is where we are starting from, this is where we are going to. So today we are going to be starting with SEO principles. SEO basics is going to be the core focus of today's course, and we're going to be moving down further into keyword research. So you can rest your mind that you are going to learn a lot. We're going to be starting with SEO principles, introduction to SEO writing, and going further into keyword research. Lastly, we are going to be going full on practical sessions of SEO. Now, the practical session is going to start today, but it might end up spilling over to another class, possibly, because SEO is very broad and there's a lot to cover. But I can assure you that you're going to learn a lot. All right. And more importantly, please, this is a very interactive class. So I'm going to be sharing some wonderful experiences on the journey that would help and aid our learning. At the same time, please have your notepads. Be ready to ask me questions. Throw your questions. I noticed on the group that some people said they wanted to learn SEO writing. Well, SEO is here for you today. I think that's as far as I can go with backstory, so that we maximize our time today. All right, what is SEO? Please, before I go on, if you have knowledge on SEO, just anything you might have known or heard about SEO, just raise your hand up like this. It's like this. Just raise your hand up. Any knowledge on SEO? Anyone? Maybe you've even just heard about it before. Okay, you can see a hand. Any other person? Okay, Peace also has some foundations of background knowledge of SEO. That's amazing. Okay, is there any other person? Any other person? Okay, all right. So I'm going to take it that it's just two people that has knowledge in SEO. So what I want you to do to me is I'll just ask you this question: what is SEO? So you just write your answer in the message chat box section. Whatever it is, it might just be a one-liner. It could be a paragraph if possible, but I want you to know the knowledge you've attained so far on SEO before I go into the main course of today's session. don't you say it's search engine optimization? That's the only amazing. Search engine optimization. Just giving us the definition. She spelled it out for us. Okay, making your articles rank up. I like that. Okay. How about Peace? Or is it only we have two P's here? So Peace Eremos. Oh God help me. I'm so sorry. I know you mentioned it. Eremos selling. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Okay, Peace. So let's hear from you as well. You said that what you're good. No, you can't say what somebody else has said. No, we do not accept. I believe very strongly that. Okay, so if she said it, say your own. Let's hear yours. Let's hear from you as well. All right, we're waiting. Okay, so while Chris is typing, we're going to just go right ahead. So she says it involves using keywords and phrases that improve visibility of search engines. Please let's give round of applause. This is more than one line. So okay, so you deserve some round of applause right here. Right? Amazing, amazing. Involving using keywords, key phrases. So everybody's correct. Yes, everybody's correct. All right. So I would now be sharing extensively what this SEO is about. I know some of you have heard different things about it. So people say, oh, it helps us rank, keywords. And the question is that what it is all about. Okay. Then you now ask for an individual. How does this help an individual? For a business, how does this help a business? If you're an individual running a business, how does this help an individual running a business? Okay, so I will be sharing what it's all about, and you can capture all of that down. Now, what is SEO? What is SEO? SEO basically is about optimizing a website. As you must have heard from the definition, SEO is a shorter version of search engine optimization. Okay, it's a shorter version of search engine optimization, and it involves optimizing a website to make it more visible to users on the search engine platforms like Google, for instance. It's as simple as that, optimizing a website to make it more visible to users on search engines like Google. That's just the simple definition of SEO. Okay, all right. So another thing that you can take down about SEO is that SEO is the practice of increasing the quantity and quality of traffic to a website through organic search engine results. So I want to take that down so that I can break it down for us in simplified fashion. But I hope you understood what I just shared with you guys. Please let me know if you understood what I just shared with you guys. If you're following, let me know. All right, great. Okay, so as I mentioned, I'm going to start with the first definition I gave you guys, optimizing a website. What does it mean to optimize? It simply means that there was something that has been done before, right? Something that was existing before, or it's also possible that it might not have even been in existence, right? But what you're trying to do is to make it better, improve it. Now we are talking about optimizing a website. I think that most of us are familiar with websites, and in case you're not familiar, I will help you. Whenever you have something on your mind, you want to know about a thing, a place, and you search on Google, and you're on that search bar right there, and it says ask, and you have to input some text, some words, right? And then by the time you put in those words and you put the search, you run the search, you notice that quite a number of links come up to different places. Now, all those different links you are seeing are links to websites. Okay. Now, when we say optimizing a website, it means that by the time you click a link and then you now see something come up, a website is basically an online office. Okay. I call it an online office. That should help us. So if we have an on-ground office, a website is going to be an online office. It could be an online office for a person. It could be an online office for a business. Okay. But the great thing about that online office is that it is global. An on-ground office will most likely be like on ground, okay, in a particular location, limited to a particular location, or as much as the probably if it's a company now can spread out those locations. Some of us are working in different companies. Some of our companies have branches, okay. So if it's on ground, we have different branches on ground. But the benefit of website is it's online, it's reaching out to a global audience. So even if you are based here in Nigeria, for instance, and you're searching the best Toyota car brand, for instance, okay, you most likely have access to all the information of all the online offices of every single business on the planet. But you see, even if there are so many online offices and the whole world can have access to these offices and can see them, do you know that whenever you type on Google and it brings up stuff, most likely the tendency to move from that first page. You can scroll up or down, no, but you see, to scroll to next, I don't know if some of you have seen it. That is like number 1, 2. You scroll all the way down, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost like 20 on Google. Let me know if any of you have seen it so that I understand what I'm talking about. Okay, all right, great. So some of you have seen that, right? Yeah. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, some of you might be so curious enough to move to number 2, right? Or move to number 3. But you see, the tendency for a person to get to number 10, it means that that person, maybe the person is on a global world hunt. Okay, but all I'm saying is that most of us will most likely stay on that first page. So optimizing the website means that every company or every individual that has those online office have to make sure that their online office is so improved, so updated, so upgraded, so enriched to a point that it can be on the first page. Okay, so we call it search engine results. Search engine results, we call it pages. Okay, so a website can have many pages, just like as I said, an office can have many branches. The website has several pages as well. So an online office can have several pages, and those pages are what we call the branches. Okay, I really hope that has helped us in terms of understanding what website is, especially in the footprints of digital space. So that for some of us that still think that website is like, it's so much, it's so difficult, so tedious. Oh my God, why do I need a website? Is it important? How important is a website? You're talking about it, you're talking about websites. I mean, website is like one of the last things I'm thinking about. So it can be like a wake up, call to some of us how important a website is. For those that are not, maximizing websites today, I think we'll get there during the course of the course. Okay, so as I said, SEO is about what? It involved optimizing websites to make it more visible, okay, to users on search engine. Users are people, individuals, people that search for things. Okay, so SEO largely is talking about making this website, as I said, more visible. One of you said rank. That's a good way to put it. Okay, that's a very, very good way to put it, because as you can see that there's page 1, page 2, page 3. That's a form of ranking factor. Okay, and a search engine like Google will definitely put those things in rank, of course, for the sake of order as well. Okay, at least to help its users, because Google is all about improving that particular search engine for users. So as an individual or a business that has a website, Google is going to rank those websites. So it's ranking globally. Okay, I hope you guys are following me. And for instance, Google is not the only search engine page. So when you hear, SEO, SEO is not just talking about Google alone. There are different search engine platforms. Anywhere that you can punch in, a search stuff, it's a search engine. Okay, ChatGPT is a search engine, for instance. I know some of us are already familiar with ChatGPT. So it's a search engine. Okay, Yahoo, Bing, and several other platforms where you can search things are search engines. But I know that one of the widely recognized, most familiar to a lot of people globally is Google. Is the in thing, the trendy thing, the most trendy search engine platform. So that's what SEO is literally all about. And as I mentioned, the SEO in itself is the practice of increasing the quantity and quality of traffic. What do I mean by traffic? Traffic is like what you know about traffic to be. It is like that standstill, that rush. Okay, everybody is trying to pass through. Okay, and they are stuck somewhere. So people are trying to pass through Google, but they are stuck on the website. You are not the only person that is searching. You are searching for the best Toyota car brand, okay, in the world. There might be somebody right there in, US, New Zealand, in different places that are also searching. So what SEO would do, it is going to pull in all of you guys, and pull in, people that are actually people trying to buy. That's when we talk about quality. Because if you have many people that are searching and not ready to buy, that can be tagged as quantity. But every individual or company are looking for quality. People that are interested in either the product or the service. As I said, it's an online office. Office involves transactional, transactional stuffs. either they're buying a product or selling a product. It obviously involves a buying and a selling of something. Okay, so that is one of the things that you have with SEO. SEO is going to help you become more visible to people, and as one of us says, rank up. Okay, it's going to make you more visible. It's going to bring in more traffic, and in return, it's going to bring in more engagement. Okay, on that website. So if a lot of you are like a particular website, many people are searching, scrolling through. For instance, now Amazon. Okay, so many people are engaging, so many people are there. You know, that website means that website has most likely been SEO optimized to be able to pull in that kind of traffic. So what we're going to now be showing in this course is how to make that work for you. Because you might wonder, why am I just talking about SEO? Okay, so how is that really like, you know, relevant to me? How does that help me as a person? Okay, that will now bring me into a particular one story I'm going to share with you. Okay, in my earlier days of content writing, I can still remember, you know, I had a client that needed SEO service. In fact, before he even talked about SEO, he just said he wanted someone that can, you know, optimize his content, just make it better, look rich. I would call it historical optimization. So those posts that have been in the blog section in the website for a very, very long time, they're just there. You know, some of them maybe have dates that are, you know, information that are way back. So he wants it updated. And then I jumped on the post and I was like, okay, I think I can do this. But now he's, you know, in the course of optimizing, I came across SEO. I learned that SEO is a very good way to improve a post. It's a very, very good way to update a, you know, content, to update content. And I was like, okay. So if SEO is a good way to update content, how do I literally now use this SEO? Amazingly, the client just asked me, "Oh, do you have any idea about SEO and everything?" I said, "Yes, I have. I have the idea because I've done some research." Okay, I said, "Of course, I have idea. I can do this." Okay, so some of you that are still doubting yourselves, that like, is this something you can do? I can tell you, as a matter of fact, there was a time I was a novice and I said I can do it. As you're listening to me, this is a form of research. You have added knowledge and you can do it. Okay, so as I said I could do it, and I took the job. I began optimizing. I began learning. I would go through, just as you are here today, getting information. This was how I would also, you know, join some online courses, you know, like that, adding this knowledge on SEO and those kinds of things like that, just to add knowledge and improve. And eventually I came to see the value of SEO. And of course, I kept learning day by day, month by month. It got up to a point where I found out that SEO is like, I mean, if a person is editing and proofreading, for instance, and you are not using SEO, so you have written a post and you put that post on your website, which is an online office, and no one is seeing it. It's just as bad as an on-ground company that is probably in a village and does not have banner, does not have, you know, it did not even care about the makeup of like the outside, maybe the painting, does not care about things that makes it attractive to its users, you know, its buyers, it's people that will come and either use their product, use their service, I mean, that kind of thing. So I was like, so, and there are many companies like that that are not even doing SEO today. And imagine a search engine platform like Google, for instance, that is ranking this website, which I call online offices. And those people might have been thrown to maybe page 100, you know, page 99. They are seated there. They've written a very nice post. It's nice. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Okay. And it's like, the person I wrote is like, Amy writer, I'm going to try going. This is better than bad. You know, has used all those idle words. Okay. So, and they say all those kinds of things about the post. Amy writer. In fact, my writing was shaking up the entire ecosystem. You the big grammar, you see the write-up self. They will tell you that they have, in fact, they call them creatives. They are creatives, you know. They said all those things, they've done everything, they've created a post, they put on their website, and then nobody sees it. He's sitting in sandbank. You know, let me give you a very, very short, you know, info here. On Google, you might see what page 1 to 100. There's not what we call sandbank, it's like fire. Like the hellfire for content. There are many websites that are sitting there. They don't even got it to number 100. They're not going to page 100. They're just seated in the sandbank. So there are actually some people currently, some websites, online offices that are seated there. They don't even have, they are swimming in the ocean. They are swimming in the sandbank. If the people can swim in sand, okay, they're right there. And people are, I mean, so you can imagine the amount of content that is being churned out into this world. And some of them, in fact, ants has not seen it. As far as ants is that pass by, that is everywhere. Just they have not seen it. Nobody has seen it. Okay. When I realized that, I say, SEO is important. I have to take this SEO very, very seriously. Okay. So that was one of the things that spurred me to go full on into SEO. Amazingly, when I went full on into SEO, I told myself that this is something very, very lucrative. And that's one of the things I also want you to still see as I'm going on. SEO is a skill that, as much as some people say, SEO, I'm hearing about SEO, SEO, but you know, as much as it's just like, for instance, now on Google, now Google has, those ranking factors. Okay, somebody can be page 1 today and not be on page 2 tomorrow. There is competition, obviously. It's a ranking thing. Okay, so it will continue to be from now till as long as probably Google now say they don't want to rank again. Maybe they want to use another method to display. But as long as Google is still ranking, SEO will still be relevant. And you need to take it as seriously as you can. Okay, because I did take it very, 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 very seriously. I went right into it. And some of the things I'm going to be sharing going further now are those things that I learned. Okay. I hope we are still following me. If you have understood the things I've said so far, please let me know. Okay. Just raise your hand like that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Great. Yeah. So I've introduced the concept of SEO to us to really understand the concept of what SEO is about in the world today. Now I'm going to be taking you through the principles, those core principles of SEO, and they're just, I'll call them 3. Some people will say 2, okay, but I'll call them 3. And this is it. It's just like how you would build an online, like on ground office. Also see it like that when you're looking at a website. A website, as I said, is an online office. Now you are trying to build an online office. I know that some of us are working currently in institutions. Now tell me, you are working as a staff, but if you were a customer and you're about to approach your, the company that you are working with, what are some of the things that you look at your ground office right now and say, oh, this thing attracted me, or these things attracted me? Just put in the comment section those things that you saw that these things attracted me, maybe this or that or that. You are seeing it from the customer's perspective now. Maybe this will help some of you, so that if you are working as a customer rep or customer support, you will not be harsh to your customers. Okay, because you got to make some more money. Okay, but put in the comment section. Let me see that. What are those things that attracted you to, or would attract you to the company you're working with right now as a customer? So while that is going on, I'm going to share those things that would attract users to a website. We call them principles. So from that standpoint of something I'm going to share, maybe that's also informs some of the things you'll be typing in the comment section. Now, those things are 3. We call it on-page SEO, off-page SEO, and technical SEO. Those 3 things. You can note them down: on-page SEO, off-page SEO, and technical SEO. Those 3 pillars. Okay, those are the 3 components that makes up. So you can share with me those 3 pillars that would attract you to your company. I want to see them. I mean, it's a good thing to come to a better understanding of some of those things. I've not seen anybody. I've not seen anybody's message, but you just mean that he's not seeing it. People should type. Come on, be free. There is an interactive class, so just type it right there. Okay, now what is on-page SEO? What is on-page SEO? On-page SEO involves optimizing individual pages to rank higher. As one of us has rightly said, ranking higher. Now, what does this include? Some of us, I think one other person said it, using keywords. Yes. Now, I would, for the sake of brevity in this class, I'm going to be using Google as our search engine optimization platform for the School of Contents. Okay. Now, Google has its on-page SEO guidelines for every individual or business that has a website. Okay, Google has those on page. As I mentioned, that on page SEO is about optimizing individual pages to rank higher. On page means that by the time you click the website and you land on a page, everything you see there is called an on page. Okay. Someone said the friendliness of the workers. Beautiful. Beautiful. I like that. I like that. Okay. Now, whenever you land on the page, everything you see on the website, you are seeing me right now. Everything, when you click on it, you see, whatever you see, that's what they call on page SEO. Everything that has gone into making that page the first thing you see. Okay. Everything that, for instance, now it could be probably the banner image. It could be the services page. Okay, it could be like some of you are saying the friendliness of the workers. So when you come in, the first thing you see is the friendliness. Are they friendly? Okay. Okay. Customer support, amazing. So I like that friendliness. So it means that when you land, easy accessibility to services. I like that. I've gone to some banks before, and then when I get there, they say we should pick, is it teller or what they all those papers that they say we should fill. And we now get there, they don't have biro. They say we should be bringing biro from work. What is an old person that does not write anything? They should be having biro in their banks. These people, because most times we have to borrow biro from people. Okay? And now I learned that borrowing is not good. Because some of us would down borrow the biro and take it home. Some of us, I mean, I don't know if you will be there, but I mean, we took it home by honest mistake. Very, very honest. We wrote things and we started looking at Okay, yeah. So services, those are some of the things. We call it user friendliness. That's a term. That's literally a term for on-page SEO. Some of the things that involves on-page SEO, which I said is the first pillar, are things like user friendliness. User friendliness. And how can a page be friendly? It includes the titles. What are the words they are saying? Those keywords. Those words. What are the words that are being used? Keyword usage. Either, attracts you, that appeals to you. What are those words? We have meta description. A meta description is the first thing you will see before you click the link. Now, I will just probably share my screen so that you can see what a meta description looks like. But if you have an idea of what a meta description is, you can just raise your hand before I go ahead to share my screen. You know what a meta description is. So I'm just picking us through some of those on-page, those on-page factors that people look at when so what I'm doing now is like showing you the brain behind the setup. Meta tag. Someone mentioned meta tag. Well, I'll say a meta description is part of a meta tag. Amazing. The CEO taught us. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. I see has been doing great. Meta tag, yes. Meta tag is it's all encompassing, and a meta description is a part of it. Someone said the CEO taught us meta tag. Now tell me, what is a meta tag? Deborah Adewale, put it in the comment section. Yeah, let's see it. What is a meta tag? For the benefit of those of us that used to attend class once in a while and not very, very punctual, or we're not very, very frequent. So put it there. What is a meta tag? Let some people get to understand that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to share my screen now so that we can see what a meta description looks like. Or better still, I would also show us Google on-page SEO guidelines, factors that Google considered. So I'm taking you as seeing the brain behind Google platform. That's what SEO is, okay, on Google. So let me start with this. As I said, the best car brand, So please, you just stay with me. I will cover as much as I can in this class. I mean, I will try my very best. Okay, but I hope we do cover a lot. Okay, so we are still on the SEO principles. Yeah, and I mentioned the three of them, which is on-page, off-page, and technical. We are currently on the on-page SEO. So I'll share my screen now so that we can see what a meta description looks like. Who can remember the first thing I said? I said user friendliness. Some of those user friendliness include keywords. Yes, the next thing is meta description. Okay, so Adewale says, meta tag is a summary that comes up when you search something. It summarizes or gives the important things about the subject at hand. So you can decide whether to read that article or not just from the meta tag. Please, let's give them a round of applause. It's standing ovation, but I don't think there's a standing ovation in it. Maybe it should be something like this. There should be a hand that says like this. There should be one hand, I think, in the emoji section. Yes, amazing, beautiful. See, you see the reason why you say you should come for School of Content. See the amazing paragraph that Adewale just shared before. This is beautiful. This is amazing. So it means that you have been doing a very, very fantastic job. I like that. Okay, so please, some of us should learn this. This is what a meta tag is. But I want to now show you what it is for the benefit of those that have not been attending classes, you know, or did not attend that class. Okay. All right. So I'm going to present my screen now. Okay. All right. And share. You let me know when you can see my screen. Can you all see my screen? All right. Great. Okay, so this is what a meta description would look like. This is US News and World Reports. You can see this. Can you see this? Can you all see this? Can you all see this? Can you all see this? Yes, so this is a meta description. For some of us, this meta description might be one of what we call a user friendliness. Okay. Whatever this is, look at this. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to throw this to us. Amongst these 3 that we can see on my screen, best vehicle brand 2024, that I'll say that's 1. 16 best car brands 2. Best car manufacturers 3. Read this, and read this. Let me know which one catches your fancy. Please read it in 2 seconds. Yes, just 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 1, 2, and I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. All right. So which one of the 3 caught your attention the most? Which one caught your attention the most? Let me know. 1, 2, 3. Everybody, I want everybody to comment. 1, 2, 3. Which one caught your attention the most? Okay. I can see someone says the second one. All right. Someone says the second one. Okay. Who's the 3rd person? 4th person? 5th person? Let's see, guys. Let's see your answers. Please, please, please. We can make this very, very fast so that you can learn a lot. Okay. Someone says 2 followed by 3. I like that. Okay. So Chuku says 2 followed by 3. Great. Great. Okay. Next person. Please, I want everybody to comment. Oh. I want everybody to comment. You know, the more you actively engage, the more these things sinks in very fast. Okay. And it will help you because you will remember it because you answered. Okay. Now, so I will just go with the general poll, which says the second one. Okay. Now I'm going to share my screen again and we're going to go through the second one. Face Sayo. Face Sayo. Face Sayo. Face Sayo. Please, I hope I got this correct. Face Sayo. I've not seen your answer. Emmanuel Ola, please let me see your answer. So that it will not be Jean Wewo. They call it Jean Wewo. My Yoruba is fluid. I believe so. So people will not be looking at that person's answer to answer. So you know, say, Patricia has answered. Okay. Peace. I've not seen your answer. Who else has not answered? Deborah, I want to see your answer before we open up that screen. Okay. A meta description. So most popular is 2. Now let's go and see the reason why most of us are saying is number 2. Okay, best brand in the world. Let's go to number 2. Let us see why you all have agreed it's number 2. Okay, we said Toyota and its Lexus brand consistently top reliability survey, followed by Honda, Mazda, Hyundai, Subaru. Amazing. All right, so I would also definitely choose number 2. And I'm going to just give one person the mic to give us the reason why he or she said number 2. So let's have Peace, Eramasele. Please let us hear you. Why do you say it's number 2? Peace, can you hear me? Are you with me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so what attracted this number 2?
Uh, the fact that it just went straight to the point.
Okay.
Yes, because we googled best car brand in the world and it just went straight to, okay, Toyota and Lexus, followed by this and this. But the others don't go like straight there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that answer. Okay, let's hear from Tochuku. Tochuku, let's hear from you. Why did you say number two?
I think I kind of like agree with peace as well. The first one was just giving us plenty things without actually saying anything.
Huh.
I mean, leading brands in the US, okay, we already Googled that. Why are you telling us best car brand Honda? You're just not going straight to the point. And
Wow.
then I think the second one went straight to the point,
Hmm.
and then instead describing stuff.
Amazing.
The third one, I think we just did not read up to. We did not finish reading everything.
This is a
Yeah.
this is a full blown class in itself. I really love this. Thank you all so much for your contribution. I really, the beautiful thing about being able to see these things and then discuss these things is it really helps us so that whenever you hear on page SEO, one of the things you'll be thinking about, oh, an online office that is not giving us answer that is straight to the point. So if you are going to be an individual, for instance, that is going to be creating, or either you want creating a website for yourself, or you're creating it for your company, or you're even working in a content company, okay, one of the core things you're going to be looking out for are these things, okay? If they ask you, for instance, to write a meta description, even down to the content itself, you want to make sure that you are giving information that is straight to the point, okay? You are giving information that people need, that is relevant to the user, information that is helpful to the user, okay, rather than information like, for instance, now this number one says leading brands in the US, this. Now, it's not a bad idea. I see the funny thing is even ranking above the rest so that you see here. So it means that there's something these guys are doing that these other guys are not doing. That's why they are number maybe 5 or 6. Okay, that's the beautiful thing about SEO. Okay, it's called optimization. And as I mentioned, there are 3 pillars. And under those 3 pillars, there are core things that each one embodies. And as I mentioned, keywords is number one, the word use. Now I mentioned meta description. Now you are beginning to see some of the factors that aid this ranking in itself. Okay, that makes one website to be higher than another, to be more seen by another, to bring in more traffic than another, to be more visible than another. You're beginning to see them. Now, this one is saying leading brands in the US and everything and all that, best car brand. I mean, you just literally told us that this is the leading brand. Now you're telling us this is the best car brand. It can be quite tricky, unless maybe I want to click it to now see if there's more information for me. Okay. This second one says Toyota and Lexus brand. I mean, straightforward. Then it now tells us followed by, this is very, very straightforward and helpful to a user, as most of you can see. So if you are writing a meta description, this is how a meta description should be written. It should literally be that before I even click this 16 to know them, but they even just gave us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you really will be interested in seeing the remaining car brands. Okay, you might want to know if they listed it in the order of, you know, preference or something like that. You want to know. Okay, this is one of the key things to look out for when creating a meta description. So I'll just end it there because I want to believe that most of us already have a good understanding of this. Okay, if you understand those things, just let me see your hands up. Let's see your hands up in the sky. Let's see your hands up that you have understood the concept of meta description. For those who probably have not been around, okay? All right, great, great, great. Thank you all so much for that contribution. I can see that everybody is, following it and they understand this. Okay. All right, great. So I would do something now. I will take you guys to a page. I was trying to find a page that just has it as a list. Okay, so that you know, that has it more or less like a list. So these are Google's top list of SEO guide. All the factors. There are quite a number of them. Okay, there are quite. I mean, there's like a whole lot. There's a whole lot of factors. It's like a checklist of things that, you know, like it's like a checklist. If you have questions, please can be put your questions down. We'll ask them, take them at the end of the class. It's like a checklist of things that would be involving, you know, what makes up an on-page SEO. Okay, so what we can move on. We can move on with this. As soon as I get the list, I will share that, you know, with us so we can see that list. It's going to help us. It's going to be so amazing. Probably in the course of the class, we are going to look at how to integrate all those, you know, all those factors. I'm going to just go ahead and still list some of them here. Okay, we have title tags, we have meta description, we have title tags. Title tags are optimizing the title itself. Now, for instance, now I shared this with us, best vehicle brands of 2024. You can see keywords being used here. Keywords are simple. Some of you are like, these keywords. I mean, some people have so hype keywords. They think that keywords is like, key. It's key. It's key. This is a key that is, I mean, very rare key. I mean, you can't just find the key. So the next thing we're going to be looking at is keywords. Okay, but I'll just quickly cover this, you know, SEO principles for us so that we can move into keywords research. Now, you might be asking, what is a keyword? A keyword is pretty simple. It's just a word or a phrase that a user will type into the search engine when seeking any information, service, or products, and anything like that. Okay, so it's just words. Words. It could be just this best vehicle brand of 2024. It could be best vehicle brand. Usually, a keyword are, you know, paired together. We usually have two-tail keywords, three-tail keywords. We're going to go into all of that when we get to the keyword research part. Okay, but I want you to just understand that these things, titles, there's the keywords, there's the meta description, there's the title tags. These things you're seeing here are titles. You know, titles, best car manufacturers 2024, 16 best car brand in the world, you know, best vehicle brands, titles, title tags. Those are on page SEO factors. Okay. We also have the I will call it the internal linking. Okay, internal linking is, I will show you a sample of internal linking. Let me just share my screen right now. So those are like some of them that I can share with you right now, but you would have access to a list of on-page SEO factors. Okay, it's a guide. It will help anyone that is starting the website for themselves, or you know, either you're working with a company. As I mentioned, there was a company I was working with, and in the course of researching these things, I found all of this. I had to learn, and I found all of this. And you can believe me, I created those posts from all this information. And I eventually rose from editing posts, optimizing posts, to SEO, search engine optimization of the posts. And even beyond that, I moved from page to page and began optimizing the pages. Now, I now moved from optimizing the page, and that's one of the good things about learning. So I would encourage everyone, just stay through till the end of the course. Okay, stay through to the end of the course, because the more knowledge you have, the more value you have added. I can see Toki Taiwo marking this hand up. Are you about to ask a question, or probably you just put your hand up? Okay, so please, I would encourage you, keep attending. The more knowledge you add, the more value you have. And one of the reasons why I'm saying this is because I started at just, you know, just editing the content. And then I went back to the clients and asked, after gaining this knowledge. So please, this knowledge we are sharing, don't sit on it though. I went back, I will still show you some of the ways to make this bring back returns for you. Okay. But the first thing is have the knowledge. Okay. Now I'm asked the client, I pitched the client and I said, oh, can I optimize the rest of your pages, your web pages? And he was like, oh, you want to optimize my pages? Oh, all right, please, let's just still hold on, let's still chill and everything. When he said let's still chill, I brought in another one, another suggestion. Please, I can write local SEO post for you. So what a local SEO post means is SEO within a locality. All right, that's just the best way, the simple way I can just explain that right now for you guys. SEO within a locality. So for instance, now in Lagos, this is best vehicle brands of 2024. So a local SEO will be best vehicle brands of Nigeria. In Nigeria, are we getting this? Or best vehicle brands in US. or best car brands in the world, they're going to be having like a specific, location. US has their own car brands, I can assure you, and different, even Nigeria has their own car brands. Okay. So yeah, so locality. So I'm like, oh, so you are based here. I can literally create this for you. Now, the client I was with was working in the auto transport industry. That's car shipping, car transport, and all that. And I said, oh, if you are based in, San Diego, for instance, now, how about we have everyone in San Diego, even the entire state of the United States, know you guys. Like, let it be more prominent in this city. And this, I'm just opening your minds to see possibilities of SEO. You can literally create, for instance, now, some of us have businesses that we are dreaming of doing. Okay, and I'm sure the CEO has already taught us about how that whatever you are doing right now, you can literally create a business out of it. Okay, you can start begin to create content out of it. Okay, if you want to begin to start pulling in your users in Lagos that you are in, it's possible with SEO. Okay, I did that and I said, how about I start pulling in the crowd? So in the course of the teaching, I'll be exposing us to some of these things, how to go about them, the how to. There's a practical session of it. Okay, all right. Now, as I said, can I, do local SEO? And I was like, oh, really? You mean the people in my area can begin to see my services more? The global audience can see it, but you mean that, because it's going to be easier for me to be able to, do car shipping within than, international. So can we get this done? And I said, yes, I can do it for you. And that was how I made my first pitch and increased my rates. I sent the proposal. That was one of my first proposals. I sent a lot of proposals, but this was like proposal to increase my value with a particular client. That was my very first. I had to learn it. I learned it by myself. Okay. I learned how to craft a proposal to pitch value and increase my rates. Okay. If you are interested in that tip, I might share to one less person. Or just lucky, less person. But if any others are interested, well, you can let me know still. All right. So I did that the first time and I proved that with results. And the client saw it and was like, wow, that's amazing. He began to rank top for that keyword. He began to rank top and it was like, this is just amazing. Like, wow, you mean you can do that for one? You know what? Begin to do it for different states in the United States. Begin it for different states. I'm telling you, counties rather. I should do it for different counties. They are called counties in the United States. Just like we have like, is it towns now, states? I think. So yeah, that's, and he loved it. He so loved it that my rates increased further, and I began to create for different counties. I know that as I'm writing for each county, the rate is going up. The rate kept going up like that. And by the time I was done with that, I didn't stop there. I went back again to pitch that, what, this your post is like it's suffering. Your website is suffering. You're not really maximizing the online space. I began to talk about SEO experts. And that's the reason why you're in this course today, so that you can learn how to be an SEO expert. And I told him, yeah, you can see your posts are improving on the, it's getting more visible, it's getting more traffic, it's on the first page of Google. How about we revamp your entire website? I created another proposal and I pitched again. And I can assure you that when I'm talking about pitching is jumping from, like, let's say $50 to $150, $150 to $300, $300 to $550, $550 to $1,000. That's why I kept scaling up. Oh, that's amazing. You can get that done. I said, yes, I can get it done. Now, how will I get it done? I told you that this search engine that you're looking at, there's a lot of ranking factors to it. And I mentioned that there are 3 of them. The first one is the on page. Now, the next one is the off page. So we're going to move into the off page SEO factor. Okay, the off page SEO factor. All right, the off page SEO factor. Now, before I go into that, those were one of the things that I had to pitch to the client. And I was like, oh, how do you go about that and everything? I said, you know what? I'll bring you graphic designers. I'll bring you web developers. I'll bring you marketing designers. I'm telling you, at every stage of my pitching, this story, I'll still share it more elaborate probably in that classes, but this is what I can share for this class. Okay. And that was how, I brought in all those people and I began to run a lot of campaigns. Okay. not only the campaigns. I literally revamped his entire website. Went to the back. I was working back to back with the back-end developer to revamp the off page. Now the off page is talking about everything behind the scene. Okay, what made this best vehicle brand of 2020 to be where it is right now? What made 16 November 2023 to be here? Why is the number different from the letter? Why is the meta description here? How did it come here? The workings behind this. We call it the off-page SEO. And this is talking about building backlinks, external signals, everything required to make a website more visible on the search engine result pages. Now, if we have learned one or two things so far, please let us put it in the comments section. I've shared with us what SEO is, and I've just started sharing the SEO principles, the on-page SEO. Now we are moving to the off-page SEO. What happens behind the scene? Okay, so let's put it in the comments section. Please, I will just say this. I need one or two people to remind me the on-page SEO factors so that you can have that. Okay, I could just probably do a run across sharing my screen for that, or send it as a PDF, or so you can have the resource. But I need something to remind you of that. Now, for the off-page SEO, I mentioned is talking about the external resource, talking about the linking. Okay, the back end. This goes into the back end, talking about link building. There's a lot of link building involved in creating what you are now seeing in front here. So I'm going to just go back to my screen and open up this number 2 that everybody liked. Okay, yes, we can see this. Can we all see this? Can we all see this? Now there is a workings. There's a workings behind this. There's a workings. What made all this stay here? Why is this here? How is this here? Now, I know that I think I just saw a crying emoji. I hope everything is okay. I hope everything is okay. All right, so I'm going to be working with you guys hands on hand, share to see how this works. Okay, all right. So if you have learned one or two things in the course, please let me know. Okay, let me know. Yes, what is SEO? Put it there and all that. But I'm going to just do a fresh reminder. Okay, SEO is the process of increasing the visibility of the website in the search engine results. It improves the performance of our website, increases the quantity and quality of traffic that gets to the site. Okay, all right. Now, I talked about search engines. I told you that there are different kinds of search engines. We have Google, we have Yahoo, and we have quite a number of them like that. Tells people to find what they're looking for on the internet. I went again to show you, how it works. I showed you the principles. Okay, one of the core things the search engine will do is that it will try to match the user's goal with what they are looking for, and that's why those websites will come up. But I said there are principles to making that match happen. We have the on page, we have the off page, and we have the technical SEO. Those are the things that helps search engines rank a website. It makes it, Google algorithm decide whether a website to be shown first, second, third in that order. Okay, and I mentioned that in the on page we have things like the keyword usage. Okay, I talked about the keyword usage. I talked about, as someone said, the meta tag, the meta description, the title tags, and all of that. And we have also seen yes, the off-page SEO, which we are at currently. But before I run into the off-page like that, I want to help you guys, because I know I shared that already. I said there are different types of keywords, but I didn't fully go into it. Now, I mentioned keywords is what people type in the search engines, right? And I said there are different kinds of keywords. So I'm going to just quickly run through them. The types of keywords, we have short-tailed keywords. We have long tail keywords. We also have the semantically related keywords. Okay, and there's the last one I do put there, branded keywords. Okay, please, did we all get that? Let me be sure that I'm not running ahead of you guys. Did we all get that? Let me know. Did we all get that? The types of keywords, because I really want you guys to be grounded in this keyword thing. Okay, Aisha says she gets it. All right. All right. I want you guys to be grounded. Ah, Aisha is sharing crying emoji. I hope everything is okay. All right. So, yes. So yeah. Now, as I mentioned, there are different types of keywords. We have the short tail keywords, long tail keywords, and the LSI keywords. The short tail keywords, I already told you that those are shorter versions of the keyword, and they're usually shorter because, as I said, they are short tailed. But I will show you the reason why. I think, did I just stop sharing my screen? Let me show it again. Let me share it again. Okay. I hope we can all still see my screen. Our CEO is already telling us that our time is, almost up. All right, so I'll do the best I can to wrap up with our keywords and the SEO principles. Okay, yeah. Okay, so keywords are things like best car. These are short-tailed keywords. I mean, best car. I could literally just put best car in the, punch it in that search query, search bar portion of Google, and it's going to give me something. All right. Now, short-tailed keywords are usually, they come in the form of tools. Okay. For instance, now let me see. Let me just ask two people here. No, one person. Tochuku, aside the work you do at the office, what else are you interested in? What else are you interested in?
Aside the work I do in the office,
Yeah.
I'm also interested in writing.
All
Yeah.
right. So amazing. Content writing. Content writing is a short tail keyword. So you can literally write up a post about content writing. In fact, writing itself is a keyword, but most times for that appeal, we usually say from two. Okay, so content writing. Someone will be very, very interested in knowing about content writing. That's a short tail keyword. A long tail keyword will be content writing tools. So the long tail keywords, they're usually longer, three or more. Okay, content writing tools, content writing for industry professionals, content writing, in the digital space and all of that. And with content writing for industry professional, let's say agricultural industry professionals. So it can be as I said, three or more. Now, semantically related keywords will be keywords that are related to content writing. It will be digital marketing tools, email marketing. I hope we can all understand what I'm saying. There are words that are related. For instance, now these best car brands that I'm showing you guys here, we have buying a new car. Okay, I'll say this is a long tail keyword. We have one like automakers. These are semantically related keywords. They are related, very much related. That's the reason why a person who is in the content marketing industry, if you begin to start saying, oh, we're talking about content marketing industry, content marketing is even broad, so it covers a lot of places and a lot of things. But okay, let's say a medical doctor, for instance, is writing a medical writing about medical writing, and they start talking about the best hair gels, hair gel. You know that something is wrong somewhere. Semantically related keywords are keywords related to that keyword you're talking about. So if you're talking about medical writing, you want to stick to that. Okay, I hope you understand what a semantically related keyword is. A branded keyword can now be I mentioned that's the fourth one, the last one. Okay, let's say the doctor now says, gives his name, maybe let's say our doctor testimony medical writing center. That's a branded keyword that's become labeled. You can now pitch it to somebody or something and all that. Okay, and when you're trying to find the person, you can find the person like that. We'll expand more on some of all these things in the course of the teaching, but I will just quickly run through the principle of off-page SEO, which is I talk about the linking. Now, we might not fully be able to go into that because I really want us to look into the back end. Okay, I want us to look into the back end. The last one I'm talking about is the technical SEO because it follows suit. Technical SEO, literally, as I said, these are like the brain behind the work that we are doing. Is the brain, okay? Technical SEO, that's why you see it's called technical. Okay, this is now going into the brain behind the SEO that we're talking about. And this means it's talking about the website structure. It's talking about crawling, talking about indexing, site speed, talking about mobile optimization. So you might be hearing things like, oh, you try to check for something and the website is taking like 10 years to load. It's not coming up. See, imagine I was trying to check for this page now and then we are still waiting. It has not loaded. Those are technical stuffs, okay, that obviously the person that's working on the SEO aspect has to fix so that the user can enjoy landing on that page. Mobile optimization. So imagine you are checking this page on your mobile and then maybe you see this how is on top of table of contents. Car is under number 3 here. That is very, very terrible for. So there is what we call the technical SEO that has to do with all those things. Site maps. What are those things that makes up, why is this, how can Google itself even find this website in the first place? How does Google find these websites? That's where technical SEO comes in. Now we're going to expand on these things in the next class. You can all look forward to it. All those on-page factors, all those off-page factors, the technical SEO factors. We're going to go further into them, and I'll say that's as much as we can take for now. In this class. Yes, and the next class will go fully into, as I mentioned, those SEO principles. We might expand on them more, and in the practical sessions, we'll expand on them more as well. This is as best as we can go for practical session. Okay, the next one's my next class. Hopefully, there is a bit more detailed. Then we'll go into keyword research. Now, how do we determine the best keywords? As I mentioned, there are different types of keywords. How do you choose your short-tailed? How do you get your long-tailed? How do you get your semantically? The how-to of all these things. We're going to be sharing them in subsequent classes. I will just give us just one assignment take home. Yes, from everything that I've shared. Okay. Yeah. This was just one. All right. Now, I know that some of us have already answered one here, but I want you guys to really, think about it very well. The last time you searched something on Google, what were those things that made you choose to click on that link? All right. What made you click on it? Based on some of the things I've shared with you, the SEO principles. Okay. What were those things that made you, click on it? Okay. So let me know. You can just give me like 5. Some of you gave me 1. But I know that you just told me about your on-ground workspace. But now we're going to talk about the online office. What were those factors you considered based on some of the things I've shared with you regarding the SEO principles? Okay, just 5 of them. We say I'll be getting those things from you guys in the next class. Thank you very much. If you have questions, I hope that you will give them for that tonight. Thank you. I know that we have used up maxed out all our time. Thank you very much, CEO. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was a wonderful class. Amazing stuff. You guys what I was saying, that a lot of information that she prepared for you guys. So she wrote a post on SEO on WRITERSCO website. So I'll ask her to share it on the page so that you can go read up just to refresh your memory, and you can also read further. It's always good to read further. That was an amazing class. Let's celebrate her one more time. Thank you so much. The assignment was that you should write out the things that make you click on the website. What are the factors that will make you, that's for Deborah, the things that will make you click on a particular site when you search something on Google. I should say you should write at least 5 factors. And some people have talked about one here. Yeah, so amazing. All right, amazing class, everyone. So yeah, I'm happy for my last class. After seeing some results, you guys know I came with fire and brimstone. The last class, and it was really nice. I think it was good for everybody. After seeing some results, and people have entered my DM, they want to do better, and that's a very good thing. I hope you keep it up. because time is going. There's no time to waste. Let's get on. Let's get working. You know, what you don't do with time is what matters. Or what you do with time is what matters. Like you're supposed to make time count. You're supposed to make time count because time will keep going. Justify your time. What justifies time is growth. Yeah, that's why my pastor would put it. That the real justification for time spent is growth. Whether or not you grow, you don't grow, time will go. So make sure that you are working on yourself. Make sure you're working on. And I'll just say this: that anything you do, it always gets better. It can get bigger with content. Anything that you do. Today, one of the jobs I was working on, I was literally working on writing things I would write as a doctor. I mean, literally, when I was telling my wife that this job I'm doing now, this is what I do in the hospital every day. I write about the patients, talk about this, how to examine the patients, my findings, basically what I do. But I'm writing it now for the clients, and I'm being paid better for it. So whatever you do, it gets better with content. It can be magnified with content. It can get better. It can get bigger. You can earn more, no matter what it is that you do. So keep that in mind. And let's see. Some of you have sent me your articles that I should review them. Yeah, I'll do that. So it goes grace. I'll do that between today and tomorrow. Yeah. But so I'll do that and I'll get back to you. I'll tell you some of the things I observed. So don't worry. Yeah. All right, guys. It was an amazing time, amazing class we had tonight. So let's have a wonderful time. Most likely our next class will be on Saturday. And possible that maybe let's see our availability if my wife will be available for that. If not, well, I might take it and then she'll come some other time. But let's see how it's gonna go because I know she still has other things she would like to share with you. All right, guys, amazing. Hold on, everybody. Someone raised up your hand. Tyler marking there. I saw you raised up. Was it an error? I think it was a mistake. Okay, guys. Have a wonderful night rest. Our class is officially over. I'll see you Saturday. Bye bye.
Thank you, Sha. Thank you, Mar. Thank you so much. Good night.
Night.
Good night, everyone.